Chef Cell was recorded on a cell phone in front of a fake audience.
Hey guys, Chef Cell right here. Did I get you? No. Okay, well, what are you gonna do? Hey look, I am Chef Cell. This is Chef Cell's Crazy Cooking Show. Welcome aboard. We are doing the 50 most Googled recipes by state. We've been doing this for months now, since the beginning of this year, 2022. And we're in the M's now. You ready? Minnesotan hot dish. You know what's great about a fake audience? They have no idea what I'm talking about. And they're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's very simple, but it's a million versions. I don't really think there's like an authentic one, and people are not going to call in and go, hey, you're not supposed to put that in there. It's not authentic. And I don't think a lot of you people heard of it. I know Minnesota, I can't say it right. Sorry. Minnesotans. I know they know. It's basically a casserole that you top off with tater tots. I know. So one of the ingredients they call for in all of the recipes is a cream of mushroom soup, concentrate really. You're not making the soup. You're just using it to mix things around in. Or cream of chicken soup. So I'm going to go with the cream of mushroom soup, but I'm not going to tell you to go out and buy it. It's a 22-ounce can of cream of mushroom. I'm going to make it. Yeah, I made this a couple of years back when I did my Thanksgiving show. I made what do you call those things? A green bean casserole, which calls for the cream of mushroom soup. But I made it, so I'm going to make it here too. But before I do, you're not getting one more word out of me unless you subscribe. Yeah, right here. Do it. Do it. You'll love yourself. Hit the bell. You'll love yourself more. And you'll get notified. Yeah, we'll let you know every time there's a new one coming out. We do it about every week or every 10 days. It's really a lot of fun. It's really fun. You'll see. And go to my playlist here on Chef Cell's Crazy Cooking Show on YouTube, and you'll see all the previous states that we've gone through with these recipes. It's really a lot of fun. All right. So to make this soup concentrate, I got a big frying pan here, a saute pan. Okay. Very simple. I think it's a 12-inch. And we got mushrooms, we have butter, we have some fresh thyme. I minced some garlic in there, a couple of cloves, 2 or 3. I already almost cooked all the way through the tater tots. See? See? They're not that hard brown that you get yet, because we're going to bake them on top of the dish later. But why not get a head start? Go to the directions and just do it, and then take it out 5 minutes before you're supposed to, and it'll be what I showed you, okay? Just almost there, but not there. And don't eat them. All right, that's a 20-ounce package, okay? And I have a half a pound of mixed mushrooms, I think, in here. You can get any kind of mushrooms you want. This is not an official thingy. But anyway, let's start with 4 tablespoons of butter in this pan, which I have on a medium heat. I got some olive oil, a couple of tablespoons. That's gonna help the burning aspect of the butter. Yeah, I said burning aspect because this is a teaching show and I'm smart. All right, and that's gonna be bubbling away there. Non-stick pan will help, I'm telling you. And get those mushrooms in. Now this seems like a lot and blah, 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 but as you probably know, if you've done any kind of basic cooking, you'll know that they're gonna get small and kind of cooked down. Get all the water out of them, which means cook them down. Let them get small, maybe even a little crispy, because you don't want these casseroles, when you bake them, and like a lot of people make them, they put tomatoes and things, the water comes to the top. So you're rowboating it, man. You want to be eating dinner, and you're rowboating it. I'm telling you, you got the row going. Cook it down. Cook it down. Let's get some of the water. Facilitate some of the water getting out of these mushrooms. A couple of teaspoons of salt and some pepper. Just start building the layers. So after this, and also in here, we're going to put some milk and some cream. But we have some corn we're going to put into this casserole. And I told you about these things here. We have some, we're going to fry up or saute up some chopped meat. We're gonna put that in here. It's kind of cool, but there's a lot of versions. So if you don't like this version and you Google it, you're gonna see a million versions of it. We have string beans we're gonna do, throw them in here. I mean, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. And you can really, really, really fake out your kids, right? I mean, who wants to eat string beans when you're 8 years old? But look, the string beans, okay, they're nestled. They're nestled. There's nestling going on because you got the tater tops up. 3, 2, 1. Because you got the tater tops. 3, 2, 1. Because you got the tater tots all on top, covering all the good stuff for you. The good stuff for you. So you could try that on, right? All right, so, let these cook down. And when this comes down, then I'll come back and then we'll go to the next step. Just follow it step by step. A lot of people, they read these type of recipes and they're like, I can't do this. I can't. But if you break it down, see? Obviously you can saute mushrooms, right? Anybody can put butter in a pan with some oil and some salt and pepper and mushrooms, right? Just step by step. I'm telling you, you're gonna be happy people, right? Life is too short to get worried. You get worried when you put the tater tops. 3, 2, 1. You can start worrying in the tater top. 3, 2, 1. You could start worrying when the kids see the tater tots and you don't want them to see the string beans. Yeah. All right, we'll be back. Okay, it's been about 5-6 minutes. Show it to you as I usually do. See? They got small. I told you. I told you they got small. No? Yes. I don't know. So almost cooked all the way through. Now we're going to add at the end here of the mushroom cycle anyway. A couple of those cloves that I told you of garlic that I grated down, I minced down, and a couple of teaspoons of fresh thyme. You can throw a little rosemary in here too if you want. But it's going to start smelling like Thanksgiving because mushrooms, thyme, garlic. I don't know about you, but I grew up with that stuff in the kitchen. So you want to mix this around until garlic is kind of hitting all those beautiful, delicious mushrooms. They really look great. And you could smell the garlic now. Whew, baby. See, my version here, it's got garlic, right? I just told you that, and some thyme. If you buy the thing in the store, you can add a little bit of garlic. Okay, and you can add a little bit of thyme. But the actual recipe, once we get into the making of the final dish, not just the mushrooms, that has garlic powder and onion powder in it. So you're going to add that anyway. But if you want some fresh garlic, add it to the mushrooms. Like I told you, there's 50 versions of this recipe. So you beat a 50 first. All right? All right? Oh, it smells good. Okay, so I think we got this beaten to death here, right? And I wanted to also add, and I'm gonna do it, but very, very little. You don't have to do this, but we kind of have it on hand, so just droplets, couple of droplets of any kind of red wine you have. Cooking wine's fine. Goes great with mushrooms. And if you're just making mushrooms one night, or for the holidays, which are coming up soon, it adds a whole depth. You want depth here. So this is part one of the cream of mushroom soup. Now we're going to make the cream part. Okay, you got a little roux we're going to make. 2 tablespoons unsalted butter, always unsalted butter. 2 tablespoons of AP flour. And make that roux. A little bit of whole milk. And of course some heavy cream to give it that base, Woo, baby. Along with this thickener. I'm telling you. Let me get some of these things kind of moved around here. It's going to be 1 1/4 cups of whole milk and a cup of the heavy cream, so it's a lot. All right, so let's get these mushrooms the heck out of here. I'm going to turn this off so I don't waffle my face with it by accident. I've been known to do it, trust me. All right, we got our bowl, and get them in there. These mushrooms are singing, I'm telling you. Back on the heat. And a little bit less than medium is fine to make this roux. So let's get this butter in here. Equal parts, right? 2 tablespoons of butter. And as soon as that melts down, we're going to whisk in 2 tablespoons of the AP flour, as I told you. Okay, butter's melted. Still bubbling. Usually you wait till those bubbles are gone, so all the solids are kind of cooked off, but I'm going in. Let's see what happens, right? At worst, you'll fire me and you'll go back to Martha Stewart. All right, let's get this AP flour in there. All purpose. You can use cornstarch if you're going gluten-free. And I have my corn draining. That's a 20-ounce can of corn. You're supposed to use half of that, 10 ounce. You can throw the whole thing in there. It's okay. I'm not gonna, get that mad. I mean, I'll get annoyed. But I won't get mad. All right, so this roux, I want this roux to I want the flour taste to kind of burn off, to cook off. And you see, it's not this big deal. It's just a little bit of a paste, that's all. So let's let that cook off. All right, I don't know if you can see the color, but you see it's gotten darker a little bit. Yeah, am I lying? Probably. But it did, trust me. Now it's like a amber color. Yeah, Amber. Amber, are you watching? That's my friend Amber. So I'm pouring this milk in. I just poured it in here just to pour it out in the corn. Don't think that corn is made of milk. I'll have to fire you as a guest. And that's it. It's gonna thicken up. If I did this right, but spare me. And let it come to a bubble. It's not gonna thicken until the bubbles start. And this is the time when you wanna start your layers of seasoning, okay? Very simple seasoning for this thickener here. A little bit of salt. I'm gonna go about a tablespoon, okay? And let's get a little pepper in there, okay? 1/8 of a teaspoon, pepper, fine. You can use white pepper if you want, because we have a white thing here. And this is thickening quickly, so let me get this cup of cream in here. Oh, man. Woo! Woo-hoo! Heat down. Get that heat down. Put it on a low. And just keep stirring. You're gonna have lumps in here, it's okay. They kind of melt away on you. And what you're left with is a nice, thick pancake batter. Let's call it that, okay? When you open up a can of condensed soup, you'll see it. It's not, well, that's kind of jellyish. You want to, anyway, make it yourself, But it'll be a little bit more flowy in this version, but that's okay, right? All right, when it leaves a trail, you go like that and you see a trail. That's what a trail is, okay? You don't have to look it up and, don't go, oh my God, I gotta go check now with that Irvin guy or whatever, whoever he is. No, it leaves a trail, okay? That means it's nice and thick. And get those mushrooms back in. Remember you sauteed the mushrooms? Put them back in. Now, my friends, you have just made the base for a casserole, for a string bean casserole with mushrooms. If you add broth to this and boil it down, cream of mushroom soup. So it's a very versatile situation, right? And just mix it around, let those mushrooms get all covered. And then we're going to put that in a bowl aside, and then we're going to saute these string beans, about 1/2 pound. I have a little over. Don't get worried that you're not using the right amounts. I mean, I usually go over on everything, because a lot of these recipes, they go, the FDA recommends that you use 2 quarts per can. Do what you want, right? It's not poison, it's food, it's okay. Okay, this is really getting nice and gooey. Woohoo! I hate saying woohoo, but you have to when you see this. I mean, check it out. Check this out. Creaminess. It's just, forget it. Forget it. All right, so I'm gonna put this in the bowl. I'm gonna start my string beans and I'll be back in 2 seconds. All right, I got a medium heat going. It's a higher heat than when we made that roux, okay? Because I want to shock these string beans. Actually, they're hiding on me, so I'm going to shock them even more now, just to teach them a little lesson. Here they are. It's about 1 pound. You can go less, you can go more. Not too much more, but just don't get crazy, all right? I don't want you to go nuts about anything. Except how gosh darn good looking I am today. All right, I have really good olive oil today. I'm splurging. They say to use the really high grade olive oil for, you know, like raw foods and salads and vegetables. I'm cooking with it. Salt, a couple of teaspoons, that's fine. So now we really are officially going into making this what they call hot dish. Okay? String beans are part of it, the corn is part of it. I have onions I'm going to saute, chopped up, 1 cup yellow onion. And it all goes in a casserole with this quote-unquote soup, right? You're going to top it with these almost cooked through tater tots. You're going to bake it. I'll tell you how much to bake it on later. I don't want to confuse you right now. You're going to put the tots on the top, bake it, and then we're going to broil some cheddar cheese over the whole thing, and you just... All right, so when these cook down, you want to get them kind of soft. If you like them crunchy, that's fine. I like soft veggies. Nance, my lovely, beautiful wife, she likes them a little crispy, so I got to go in the middle, you know? Right? Well, you married people, you understand. You're going to meet in the middle. I'll be back. All right, these are kind of soft, kind of crunchy, kind of in the middle. Now I'm going to turn them down to low because I don't want to burn the 2 to 3 cloves of garlic that I minced. You sensing the theme here? Garlic is great in everything, really. So same thing we did with the mushrooms. Make sure it coats, and then you're done with these. And we can pour these in that soup. We'll call it the soup mixture. How's that? Once this is garlic slightly golden brown, you can kind of smell it wafting up. A lot of wafting going on in here, I'm telling you. And now I told you, we're going to set this oven, right? I did not forget you. 400 degrees. Let that start doing its thing. When you get to the end of this string bean part of things, or whatever. Whew, man, there's some garlic going on. It's fresh garlic I got too. Always try to get fresh. I mean, the older stuff, you know, leave it around a week or so. It's easy to peel, but there's always a price, right? You always pay a price. As promised, this is going right in to the mushroom mixture because now you're going to be pouring this all in the casserole anyway. And we'll probably pour it all back in this pan to give it a good head start. Heat it up nice, you know. My father used to say, Anthony, heat it up nice. Now we just have this pound of ground beef. I'm going to put it back to a weak medium. How's that, okay? A weak medium. Can we do that? And let's get this pound in there. And we're going to season this once it gets in here. So while this is heating up, I'm going to head start this mixture here with this soup mixture and the string beans and the mushrooms. Just mix it together. You're going to have to do it anyway. And that's what she looks like, see? Thick, gooey. Woo, woo. And the corn is over here draining. Don't worry about the corn. I heard you people talking to each other. Honey, what's going on with the corn? He had corn, no, he doesn't. It's corn. All right, chop meat. I own you. And this is my poke and twist. It's a patented chef cell method. You poke this spatula down and then twist. Then you twist it up, see? And it gives you a lot of surface area to season with salt. Give me about a teaspoon because everything else is well salted, right? Excellent. And garlic powder, strong stuff. Don't go too wild with it. I'm going to go about 3/4 of a teaspoon. And onion powder, a little less than a teaspoon, fine. And mix it up into that surface area you have created by the poke and twist method. It was poke and twist, right? And keep that shredded cheddar cheese cold because you're going to be sprinkling it over the top and it gets clumpy if you leave it out, right, when it's warm. Just little tips. Little cooking tips by your friend Chef Cell. I only want the best for you. And why not little Worcestershire sauce? I think that's how you say it. I never really knew. Teaspoon of that's fine. I know. Can you imagine? I know. I heard you. The same guy that was talking about the corn. You're saying this must smell really good in there. You're right, dude. You're right. when that pink is gone, this meat is gone. Out of my pan, dude. Get out of my pan. All right, I'm going to drain this beef now. Just put a regular mesh strainer over a bowl and carefully get that meat in there and give it a couple of shakes in the sink. And you can keep the pot or the pan, whatever you want to call it. You can keep that with those beef pieces in there that are still in there. Because now we're going to add a little bit more olive oil and saute our 1 cup of diced or chopped onions. And that pan should still be pretty hot, so you're going to be okay. And I'm preheated at 400, so I'm ready to put the casserole in when it's ready to go in. And as you can see, now I have the mushroom soup, I have the corn, and of course those sauteed garlicky string beans in this same bowl here. And I have my 13 by 9 dish, baking dish, ready to go. It's all pammed up. Because you are going to melt cheese in here, so there might be some stickage, around the edges and stuff. Just cover your bases, man. Cover your bases, and back up the center fielder. And you want these onions to get translucent. That means, like, remember the old bathroom windows with the little designs in it you can't really see through? I don't know why you would want to, you weirdo. But translucent, almost see-throughable, okay? Half a teaspoon of salt, not too much, because as we said, there's other salts in here from other things that you cooked. 1/8 teaspoon pepper. And as I said, we're going to put everything back into this one pot, mix it around, heat it up, pour it into our baking dish, and we're going to arrange these things, these almost cooked through tater tots. We're going to bake it all together, and then at the end, we're going to throw some cheddar cheese on the top. Broil it, let it bubble, let it get little, caramelized or maybe even slightly burnt in some spots and gooiness, and then you just throw it over your head, man. Just throw it over your head. All right, my drained beef going back in with the onions. I mean, if there was ever a drum roll for cooking, it's probably around now where you want to hear it, because everything's going to start coming back into this pan again, which I have on a medium heat. I'm going to put it down to a medium low. Now it's seasoned beef. Whew. And seasoned yellow onions. And now everything except those tater tots. Get it in, mix it around, let everybody get acquainted. Oh, mushrooms, how are you? It's been a while. Oh, string beans, it's been quite a week, let me tell you. Ho, ho, ho. I've been growing in this really moist environment lately. Ho, 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 ho. Insanity. They should call this the hot insanity dish. Whew. Unbelievable. Minnesotans. And the key to doing this whole thing is just don't panic. Make it in sections or in steps or stages. And don't rush it. You got to be patient. You got to be patient. Let everything cook through. All right, it's ready to pour into that dish. But I just got to show you. I got to show you. You earned this, folks. Look at this. I mean, beef, homemade soup, mushroom soup, concentrate, garlic and everything, and the string beans and the corn went in there. It's insane. It really is. And then these tater tots will go on top. All right, after we put this in here, and I'll arrange the tater tots, I'll show you, then we shove it in at 400, about 30 minutes. It just wants to get bubbly and let those tater tots continue to brown on top, but not all the way, because then we're going to sprinkle the cheddar cheese on top and broil it. Melt it into all this deliciousness. Minnesota, you are sick, but in a really good way. I just did your basic corn roe with potatoes, a potato corn roe. Going in there at 400, give me about 20, 30 minutes. Take a look at it. Brown, but not too brown on the top, because then we're going to throw some cheese and broil it, right? Okay, I'll show you. It's about 20 minutes, folks. See? Almost there. I mean, you can eat them like this, and they'll be crispy. But I had to leave a little time. I had to leave some browning room. That's another term that I just made up. Yes, I had to add a little browning room for the broiling of the shredded cheddar. Just, get in the bag. Let's do this. I already have my broiler on. And just get it as much over the top as you want. I gotta tell you, I came close to this 8 ounces, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I think that's all I want. Gloves on. Anytime you broil anything, I don't have it way on the top. I have it one down. I want more coverage, you know. And I'm gonna put it in, if it fits, the long way. This way. See? I think it'll fit. I'll get good coverage. If I have to twirl it, I will. But keep your eye on it. Don't start calling up your friends. All right? Just, you know what I mean. Keep your eye on it. All right? Open her up, Captain. Ready to go in? Yep. Get it centered. And that's the story. So I'll let you know. Okay, it's only been about a minute or two only. And let's see how she looks. Oh yeah, see the cheese is now melted and bubbly over the top. Insanity. Can you see that? Yeah. Whew, man, it's beautiful. All right, so let me cool it down just a little. We'll take a taste. But I gotta tell you, I'm very happy with this. Very happy. I'm gonna put some greenery on top, I think, too. Yeah. All right, hang out. Well, some of you are going to love me, and others, you're gonna hate me. This is gooey, hot, tasty, and good, and all cooked in layers of delicious garlic and better flavors than that even. And the crispy, look at those crispy tater tots, my gosh. Ah, with that cheese melted over, I gotta go in. Try to keep it up here so you can see. It's just as good as it looks. It's better, actually. Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to thank Minnesota. Man, it's hot, but not spicy hot. It's hot in a kind of food sexy way. Oh, man. Anyway, please subscribe, hit the bell. And we are going into the next state next week. 50 of the top Googled recipes by state. This is just incredible. Almost as incredible as Instagram.
Ugly.
Anyway, look us up. We're on YouTube, Chef Sal's Crazy Cooking Show, and on Facebook. Send it in. Show me pictures. Make this. You can do it. You can feed the family for a week on this. I am Chef Sal, and I will see you next time. Thank you.